Hey everyone, my name is Will, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are actually going to be unboxing the new Lionel Legacy Santa Fe L1 Mikado that was actually recently acquired from MTH. This is the one that I got from the Lionel Concord store, and I'm super excited that we're going to be unboxing it together. Let's see, where's the front? So the number on this locomotive is Santa Fe Legacy L1, number 882. Includes Lionel Legacy, Bluetooth control, Legacy rail sounds, whistle steam, 054 minimum curve, and the product number is 2331040. And the Santa Fe marks are licensed marks owned by BNSF Railway Corporation. All right, so let's get this unboxed. I'll do it this way. Now, I've not seen this locomotive on the forum or anything like that, so this is going to be the first time that I've actually seen this locomotive. And this was just recently delivered. I think either last week or this week. I'm going to put the box over here. If you have a new train, you know what that new train smells like. This is a new train. So it includes the instructions, Lionel Legacy L1 Mikado 282 Steam Locomotive Owner's Manual. Definitely gotta read this. All right, I'm super excited for this. Ready? Here we go. Oh, wow. Oh yeah, that new train smell is very, very strong. Okay, now this is the one with the brass tender, and that was off of the Lionel Legacy brass Mikado. I can't remember what year it was, but it was number 3222. And Lionel reused, oh, it's so light. I mean, it's a brass tender, but wow, it's incredibly light. Wow. Holy cow, this is a work of art. Here. Wow. Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. Wow. Oh, that's great. Oh, that looks so good. Lionel, you really outdid yourself with this locomotive. I'm so glad that I put a pre-order on this. And again, Lionel just, they acquired this tooling from MTH. And this is actually a prototypical steam locomotive. So Santa Fe actually purchased this locomotive from the Pennsylvania. Very similar to what they did with the Santa Fe 210-4s, where they, Santa Fe loaned a bunch of actually 210-4s to assist with hauling coal on the Pennsylvania Railroad. And then number 882, along with some other steam locomotives, they actually were sold to the Santa Fe. All right. This is absolutely beautiful. So starting here at the very top, very front of the locomotive, it does have a scale coupler with the screw, so you can at least unscrew that for double heading. Here on the boiler front area next to this gigantic air compressor, the decking has you know, like a textured feel, which is very prototypical. The boiler front does not look like it can actually move, so that must be you know, still MTH tooling. The headlight has 882 on both sides. The builder's plate reads as follows, and I'm not using a microfine glass, but it says, the Baldwin Locomotive Works L1 21816 42935. Moving a little bit back, the color is actually really beautiful throughout the locomotive. I mean, this graphite gray is really, really pretty. And then actually, if we take a look at the instructions, we're going to find out how to load smoke fluid in here. All right. So smoke fluid, if you drop it inside the smokestack, that'll supply smoke for both the smokestack and then also the whistle steam smoke effect. Okay, so here is actually something that is all good for us to know. All of the switching, like the switch to smoke, Bluetooth on and off switch, and then the program switch, that is actually underneath the locomotive, underneath the cab. So they were not able to like add that underneath the smoke dome or anything like that. So sometimes, you know, sometimes that's good, sometimes it's bad. I prefer if the switches are on top of the locomotive, but that's just me. All right, continuing to move back. The 882 is beautifully painted on both sides. They have a really nice brass bell, and I like what Lionel's going back to, this brass like color. They're not painting it like a really I would say it's outrageous gold color. It's just a nice brass looking color. And actually this paint, it feels very brass like. I mean, what I mean by that, it feels like a very delicate locomotive. Back here, let's see, I want to see where the hole is for the whistle steam smoke effect and what it looks like. Okay, so the whistle steam smoke effect hole is right here on the engineer's side, right next to the whistle cord. And continuing on, so they didn't paint this valve switch right here, right next to the sand dome and the whistle. You have two pop-off valves that are brass painted as well over here. The whistle cord goes all the way to the cab. And then, let's see if this moves back and forward. So yes, this actually does move forward and back, which is pretty nice as well. And then the windows, they do move as well. The running gear, there's no white walling on this locomotive. It's all just, you know, like a natural color, but the rod detailing, it's polished rods, which is something I really liked on this locomotive. And I mean, just looking at this locomotive, it is absolutely gorgeous. MTH did put these aprons here on the back. There's no drop plate, but the aprons make it look like a really nice look to them as well. Inside the cab, there's a detailed cab interior. Now moving to the tender, like I mentioned, this is a retooling of the Lionel brass hybrid Mikado, and this was like one of the higher priced Mikados in the catalog by $50. So the fact that this is a brass tender with this locomotive is absolutely beautiful. And I mean, this is a beautiful locomotive. I mean, Lionel, you really outdid yourself on this. It's absolutely beautiful. Well, with that, let's get this all programmed and we're gonna actually listen to the sounds. So stick around. All right, we have a Legacy L1 Mikado all programmed. I have it as engine number 28 because I have an 88 and an 82. But with that, let's fire her up.
Trailer and brake man, let's get an application for continuity test. Good application, okay to release.
Wow.
Trailer and brake man, we have good set, good release, good continuity on timetable train number 1. Over.
That's a roger. Good set, good release, good continuity on timetable train number 1. Out.
Wow. Lionel is doing these awesome extended startup sequences. That was incredible. Here, I want to hear that one more time.
Dispatcher, going off duty. Have a good one. Out.
Let's listen to it one more time. Maybe it might be different.
Train 1 brakeman to train 1 conductor. East end of the train is clear. Clear to depart westbound on your signal. Over.
Train 1 conductor, station work is complete. You're okay to proceed. Let's pull.
Train 1 brakeman, we're showing 90 pounds on the rear of the train. Take out 20 for initial terminal brake test.
That's a roger. 20-pound reduction given. Checking for leakage. Over.
Roger, showing 20 pounds. Walking the train. Brakeman out. Train 1 brakeman, we have good initial terminal brake test on timetable train number 1. Over.
That's a roger. We have good initial terminal brake test on timetable train number 1. Out.
All right, so let's hear the whistles, and for that I'm actually going to turn the smoke. So get this thing smoking. Alright, so it's smoking, so let's hear some whistles. They had to add the GS on this locomotive. And I'm pretty sure that one's from the Polar Express. I kind of like that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do some research and see what whistle they actually equipped this locomotive with. Because most Santa Fe whistles sounded very similar, but this, like I said, this was purchased from the Pennsylvania. So you have a Santa Fe style whistle which sounds like this. But then you also have a Pennsylvania hooter whistles that sounds like this. So you probably can hear this brass tender makes a lot of vibrating sounds, which is kind of typical for a brass, locomotive. But I'm gonna actually take a look to see if there's any way that we can dampen that sound, because if you hear, it's vibrating crazy. So we'll have to take a look at that. But here, let's hear some bells. So it's an automatic bell. Okay. Let's hear some of the crew chatter.
Dispatcher, made up. Am I clear to the outbound? Over.
Hold for signal indication. Dispatcher out.
Dispatcher, train 1 to the train crew. 110 half brake is released. Brakeman go. P6 brake release. Brakeman out.
That's pretty cool.
Switchless says we've got 1 off and 3 on at the head end.
Train orders say holding siding for 44 clears, and we can take the main. You should be through any minute. Dispatcher, we're ready. Is it okay to pull? Over.
Take the green. Out.
Wow. I am so impressed with this locomotive. So one thing that is a little different when it comes to the tender, so on the brass hybrid, they actually outfitted the rear headlight with a red lens, but on this one, it's actually a white lens. So that's one thing that's different from the two, like the 3222 and the 882. So not a deal breaker. I mean, I'm just shocked that, like Lionel says that they're not going to re-release the brass hybrid. Yeah, let me turn this down. Every time Lionel releases a brass hybrid, they always mention like, we're never going to release this again. But when they came out with this locomotive and I saw that it was going to have the brass tender, I'm so happy that they reused that tooling to make this locomotive look as prototypical as possible. And what I'm going to do is, right now I'm showing you like what the locomotive looked like, a picture of it back in the day, and Lionel got it very, very close. And I have to applaud them on that. Lionel, this locomotive is absolutely gorgeous. You did a great job with it. The sounds are great. Now, I don't have a layout for this to run, but what I wanted to do is just to show you guys, what the 882 looks like, what it sounds like. Maybe in a future video, I'll be putting it out on a friend's layout, but in this current house right now, I actually don't have anywhere to run it. But for right now, I mean, this is awesome. I mean, we have a brand new locomotive that was just recently released. It's my first train that I've ever bought from the Concord store, and everything looks great on it, honestly. Like, oh, it also has like the flickering firebox inside as well. That's awesome. I mean, this is a great locomotive. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I hope that you guys had a great time just being with me and taking a look at this awesome new Lionel Legacy L1. I mean, Santa Fe has a very special place in my heart, so when I saw this in the catalog, it was different. It included the brass tender, you know, the story between Santa Fe and Pennsylvania. Not a lot of people have seen this locomotive on the forums yet, so maybe we'd have, you know, an early release or something like that. But I know Chris from Chris's Trains and Things, he did a review on it. Mr. Muffins just got his, and he did one for Live with his Saturday. But maybe this is the first time that this locomotive is on YouTube. Who knows? But I hope you guys had a great time watching this video. Definitely tune in to the next video. Who knows what we're going to be unboxing next? Maybe it's another steam locomotive. Maybe it's a diesel. I don't know. But with that, I hope you guys have a great day. Happy railroading. Be safe, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.